8 years ago, God spoke to me and said, Leah, fill the bowls and I will pour them out. And for all these years, we've been faithful to that. You know, when he gave me that word, we had a ministry school with 30 fiery students, but they were just 30. And, you know, we took on this assignment to pray for the stadiums to be filled with an outpouring of the Holy Spirit, with the preaching of the gospel, the simple gospel, that there would be signs and wonders on display in the region. And we've been faithful to that. And this first stadium was the fulfillment of all of those years of prayer. And Mexico has opened its doors. Days of Visitation is God's fulfillment to us of 8 years of calling and drawing us into this assignment. And it's incredible to see God's fulfillment and all that he's done. We had over 100 pastors gathered together from the city of Irapuato and then the surrounding cities, the surrounding regions. We had the president welcoming this move of God, the president of the city there on the platform with us. It was one of the best moments for me of the whole event, to have such a desire from the region. God, do something, and God, do it now in our day. It was awesome. I preached a very simple message. The gospel is simple, but it's powerful. Preached a very simple message, and over the course of 2 days, we had about 8,000 people in attendance, and we had just over 700 respond to the gospel. It was amazing to see people coming from the very tops of the stadium, just making their way down, responding to the Lord. These people, many of them unchurched, listening to the gospel, listening to the altar call, praying that prayer for the first time. The presence of God so sweet there in that stadium. After the preaching of the gospel, we believe for the manifestation of healing. It's go and preach the gospel, and then these signs follow, right? And so that's exactly what happened. We saw 2 blind eyes open. One boy had his cornea burned the week before from setting off a firecracker very close to his face, and his mother had brought the doctor's report declaring blindness over this eye. The cornea was completely burned, and while I was declaring healing, his eye was restored, and he was on the stage. And when his mother handed me the doctor's report, I asked the boy to cover his good eye and put the report in front of him and read the doctor's report. It was very small writing, and he began to read the doctor's report there on the stage. Oh, and the stadium went crazy just at the goodness of God. We had 3 deaf ears opened right there. There were many in wheelchairs standing up. One lady who had 2 canes came up to the stage and shook her canes and left them there and said she was completely healed. It was amazing. There was one guy who had a stroke, and it left him unable to speak, unable to walk, unable to move his arm, and there he was on the platform testifying with his own mouth at the goodness of Jesus, speaking for the first time. It was wonderful. Thank you so much for praying for us over these last weeks. This has been an incredible adventure, and it's only the beginning. We're believing for all of Mexico to be saved. Doors are opening for us in many regions and many cities, and it is our prayer and belief that God's intentions and his eyes are on Mexico in this hour, and we're going to give our life to partner with him in this.